Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Reese here for Cinematic between Kenichi 521, the truth about Tanaka. So yeah, this chapter basically we get some much needed backstory with Tanaka. I mean, come on, this guy, he basically just showed up out of nowhere, and then, everyone kind of knows him in the story, but we don't know anything about him. Literally, we know that he had a master, and he's on the hunt of Kensei, he's always talking to his wife. So yeah, we finally get to see a bit more about him. So starts off, see young Tanaka basically learning the ways of martial arts, and you know what? If you didn't see this straight away, what's wrong with you guys? Seriously, Tanaka was basically just spitting the image of Kenichi back then. Not obviously in looks, but kind of like in attitude and everything. He's there getting beaten down by his masters all the time, and he's always getting back up. He's fallen in love with the dojo's daughter, the daughter of the dojo. Well, in Kenichi's case, the granddaughter of the dojo, but same type of premise. So yeah, that's Tanaka. He's just doing his thing. So yeah, this chapter basically concentrate on showing us what happened back in the day, what's going on with Tanaka, what's his whole motive for doing everything. So it's like you see him training all day, always chatting up the daughter. Oh god, I really cannot remember their names. Man, always chatting up the daughter. But then tragedy comes along. Basically, we find out that obviously the master's kind of like, well, to me it seems like he's got a bad heart and he's just literally he's dying. He knows he's dying, so he's just trying to like pass on everything before he goes. He could literally die at any point, but he's just fighting it to kind of like just stay alive. He's talking to what's his name? His grandfather. God, I said his name last week. Hayato, I think it is. Gosh, I'm butchering names today. Anyway, yeah, he's talking to her. He's all there talking to him. They're all conversing and everything. Yeah, he finds out about the whole heart and everything. And he's just like, yep, until basically I find my successor, I will not die. Cool. So after this bit, we kind of like find out about a new tragedy, which is he basically just ends the story there talking like, oh yeah, after all this a new tragedy came and by the name of Kensei. So basically they're trying to say like after all this, that's when the Kensei stuff happened, like once you find out that Tanaka got the daughter pregnant, so they're getting together and everything. So yeah, anyway, after this whole little conversation we end up going back to the Tanaka fight against Kensei, and oh my god, it is going crazy. It is getting like some Goku versus Frieza stuff up in here. You see Tanaka just give like Kensei one dirty punch. You see that whole impact and everything come off. He goes flying back straight into the carousel, breaks it. It just is banging. Obviously, like after this, Kensei gets up. We start to get serious. So it's like awesome. This guy is now getting serious. We're going to see a proper fight. Anyway, Kensei being all serious goes in with strikes. He ends up kicking Tanaka's phone out of his hand. Because obviously he's always on the damn phone. Kicks out of his hand. And it bounces over towards Kenichi. Kenichi's there, like obviously crying out, like, please stop, just stop this fight. It's not necessary. Just stop. So anyway, so he sees the phone there. He crawls towards it because obviously he's mash up. Goes in to try like grab the phone to talk to his wife to say like, you know what? Please just convince him to stop this fight. It's not worth it. Picks up the phone to try to talk. And what does he hear? Nothing but a recorded message saying about a helpline. So what? Who the hell has he been talking? So what's going on there? Has he actually been talking to this the whole time? Every time he's talking to his wife, he's just been talking to some like recorded message. What's going on there? So yeah, I have a little kind of theory of what actually I think might be going on here. Alright, well, it's kind of an obvious one, basically my way of thinking is that Tanaka's master, he basically ended up dying of a heart attack, after knowing that his daughter's pregnant, because he knows, okay, cool, I now have a successor, so I'm happy to go. Cool. He ends up dying. Tanaka and the daughter, they go off, they carry on doing their own thing for a little while. He probably goes off to work. She's there minding the dojo. Kensei comes into the dojo now, on his little dojo hunt. It's like, where's the master of this dojo? I'm going to take your banner. Some, them type of like old martial art movie things. She's obviously just like, yeah, I'm the master of this dojo. And they obviously get to fighting. She, I think, obviously, she's probably like proper early in the stages of pregnancy, so, she's not showing yet. She can still do most of her martial arts. Starts fighting Kensei, obviously to the death, because that's what Kensei does. He ends up basically like beating her to a pulp, pretty much like either almost killing her, bringing us, almost killing her, bringing us a critical condition. Tanaka comes back. He ends up seeing like what's going on. He probably comes into like the last few moments of this fight where Kensei is basically like ready to give the death blow or just about to kind of thing. Obviously, he might end up stopping it. Kensei ducks off. Tanaka's there, just like, what's going on? She ends up dying in his arms. Obviously, then that's 2 lives dead, so he's lost his wife and his unborn child. And that kind of makes a bit more sense to why he is so just obsessed with killing Kensei. Why he's so pissed about it, why Kensei just boils his blood. And what? If that's the truth, I don't blame him, Someone kills your wife and your child, you are going to murder them and everything about them. You know, it doesn't matter who they are, who gets in your way. So yeah, I don't blame him. Alright, yeah, so guys, that is it really. That's 521 right there. We just get a bit of backstory on Tanaka, and yeah, we find out who the hell he's been talking to this whole time. Makes him seem a bit crazy. So yeah, rating wise on this chapter, just because it just gave that little feeling there, I'm going to go with a 8 out of 10. I thought it was an alright chapter, you know, pretty decent. Find out a bit more about Tanaka, who we really know nothing about. Not too bad. So yeah, guys, yeah, you've all heard my opinions. You know, what's yours? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this whole, if Kensei has killed the his wife and, you know, unborn child? Does Kensei deserve to die? Me personally, I say yes. You know, what do you guys think? You know, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up. Really helps the series, and I will see you next time.